My friend, thanks for sitting down with me.
I
think you have a really awesome experience I want you to share. So, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so, we just basically did a transaction with each other. We sold your home and you bought one simultaneously, and there was a gap where you had nothing between. Like, you had to have a little trust that you're going to find a home, right? So tell me what your experience was like. What were your thoughts? What was that whole thing like for you?
So the whole process was definitely trying to maintain my anxiety level.
Yeah.
From the standpoint of selling a house to buying a house was stressful. Knowing that I had to provide not only for myself, which was the easy part, but making sure that my family was taken care of was the hardest part. Mm-hmm. Making sure that they had somewhere to go after selling the house wasn't just stressful, it was a scary situation.
Yeah.
So we sold the house in a day.
Right.
And after we sold the house, it was about going on visits, trying to find the house.
The next one.
The next one.
Yeah.
And then putting in bid after bid and getting denied. So you've been there from the process. We started back in April when we initially started looking.
Yeah.
And then you came back around a couple months later, and this is where we're at now.
Right.
So we found the house, and we're very happy with it. But it's really about now finishing out the rest of the process.
What we did to fix that, right, was like later on down the road, a couple months went by, you guys recouped and figured out when you were ready to make the full move. We got your property. We sold your property first, mm-hmm. right? Did the sales side first. That happened very quickly. You got a buyer right away.
Yes.
Right? And then we went out house hunting again for the second time now. And what do we see? 4 places?
6.
Okay, 6 places.
6 places.
We made offers on 4.
Made offers on 4.
And we got 1.
We got 1.
Right.
So 25%.
But the point is that when previously we made offers on many and got nothing, once we got your house under contract, it became much easier now. You basically got one, within 4 tries, you got one.
So it was definitely the process of, knowing that now the house is sold, the confidence from the seller on my part was completely different. Every offer that we made, they listened to it. They came back to us and gave us a little bit like, hey, is this the best you could do? And gave us a little bit more of an option to either raise our offer or lose out.
So what you're saying is now they actually engaged with you, whereas before they wouldn't even have a conversation with you?
100%. The conversations, the process was completely different versus last time we would put out an offer and not even hear like where we stood, even when we were, over asking.
Yeah.
Now we were going into places, even offering, asking, and having a conversation with the seller of, hey, well, can you do better? Or, your second or your third, just giving us a little bit more of an opportunity to really close that deal.
Right, where the first time it was just like, no.
Exactly.
So now the big difference between when we started and where we are today is you got your real estate license and you became a realtor.
I did.
And you've actually completed 3 transactions in a very short period of time. So congratulations. Let me shake your hand on that.
Thank you very much.
You're absolutely killing it in the game. I really believe you're going to blow up. So, now as being a realtor and having lived the experience as the side of the customer too, what advice would you have for customers who have to do the same? They have to sell in order to buy.
My advice is to not do what I did initially, which is have a little bit
Listen
more.
to your realtor?
Exactly. I was going to say, just have a little faith that your realtor does have an idea of what they're talking about. Right. The process is something that a lot of people haven't gone through with selling a home, buying a home. People have been there, but selling and buying at the same time is a completely different animal. So the knowledge that a realtor can bring to you is huge.
Yeah.
And the fact that I actually took a step back after getting my license was a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, basically, look, I think this has been an incredibly eye-opening experience for you. There's a small little component that, I just want to make sure we mention. It's like when you go to sell your house the first time, right? And then now you have to. Most people are selling their house for the first time.
Yes.
Right? Like they bought something and now they're selling it because it's so many years down the road. You're going to sell your house the first time and you're going to relocate to a new place. You have to have trust and faith in the people that you're working with, and trust and faith in God that it's going to work out.
100%.
Because there is no way for anyone, your realtor or you, to lay out the whole plan on the table and say it's going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's not. There's no order like that. You have to just take one step at a time. You start with the process of listing the home. Then you get your buyer, you secure it, we go look for the next one, and we take each one step at a time until we accomplish this big, challenging task. Right?
100%. It wasn't a straight line. Like, we definitely zigged and zagged a little bit, trying to find, we had to skip a step to get to another step, but at the end of the day, it all worked out.
Right.
So, yeah, you told me so. I'll say it that way.
I told you, I have no homeless clients.
You did say that.
Everyone has a home.
I could show the text to prove
If they don't have a home, I'm a bad realtor.
that is true. But the fact is, people just have to listen.
Yeah.
Really, that one step is just trying to really take a step back and not be so prideful that you're going to try and do it on your own. Seeing as I've just gone through this process with your assistance, I'm reaching out to everybody else. If you need help going through this, if you need help selling a home, to buy a new home, please reach out to me. The phone number is 631-948-1728. Name is Chris Booker with Remy Realty. Feel free to reach out with any questions or any concerns that you have with your home, any assistance you need. I'm here for it.